Hello friends. Today we are going to see what is personal SWOT analysis. SWOT analysis is an effective process businesses and companies use to analyze themselves and their competitors to formulate their strategies accordingly. Though SWOT analysis is used primarily for businesses and marketing purposes, it can also help individuals assess their strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Personal development is essential for an individual to look more appealing to employers. Plus, it also increases self confidence, self esteem, and self image. What is SWOT? SWOT is nothing but an acronym for strengths and weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Strengths basically are the inner positive attributes or capabilities of an individual which he can make full use of. Similarly, weaknesses are the inner negative attributes of an individual which he has little control over it. Whereas opportunities are the external factors, events, or even people a person can leverage upon. And threats are uncontrollable external factors, events, or even people that might overcome or damage the strengths and opportunities. This important exercise can also be very useful for individuals as well. Whether you are looking for a new job or trying to climb the corporate ladder or working on your life's goal, people often fail to analyze themselves and as a result end up making bad decisions. But many apply SWOT analysis effectively with professional tactics to stand out in a sea of candidates. Self analysis can get complicated but can play a significant role in personal progress. To be successful in today's competitive world, it's essential for one to be able to identify his or her strengths and weaknesses as well as the opportunities and threats that are presented to him. Now, let us see how to conduct a personal SWOT analysis. And to do this, you need to ask yourself questions about each of the four areas being examined, that is, your strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. There are two ways to do this self assessment. Either you make use of four columns to list your strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats, or you make use of a more traditional matrix way by drawing four quadrants on a paper and start enlisting your identified elements in each column or quadrant. With that in mind, try to see yourself from the standpoint of a colleague or a bystander and view criticism with objectivity. Answer honestly. Honesty is crucial, or the analysis will not generate meaningful results. In strength section, write down about every positive attribute you think you have. Don't limit yourself to the strengths you are currently exhibiting in your life or job. List all of your strengths, even the ones that are dormant for a while, and pay particular attention to the things that you have that your peers don't. Think what makes you different, unique, and special. To list the strengths, here are some sample questions you can ask yourself. What are you good at naturally? What skills you have worked or developed? What are your talents or natural born gifts? How strong is your network of connections? What do other people see as your strengths? What values and ethics set you apart from your peers? The next step is weaknesses. This part examines the areas in which you need to improve and the things that will set you back in your life and your career. Here are some sample questions you can ask yourself. What are your negative work habits or traits? Does any part of your education or skills need improving? What other people sees as your weaknesses? Where you can improve? What you are afraid to do or most likely to avoid? For the opportunities section, look at the external factors that you can take advantage of to pursue your goals and dreams be it at work or be it in your life. Here are some sample questions you can ask yourself. Is your economic condition stable? Is there new technology in your industry? Do you have any new skill which is in demand? Is there any need in your company that no one is filling? Networking events, educational classes, conferences. Are there any such event that can bring new opportunities to you? Can any of your strengths open up any opportunity? Finally, look at any threats to your career or life growth. This part takes into account the external factors that would hurt your chance to attain your goals. Factors to take into account include: do your weaknesses limit your ability to rise in your company or in life? Is there strong competition for the type of jobs for which you are best suited? What is the biggest external dangers to your goals? Is there any new professional standards you cannot meet? Is there any new technology, education, or certification requirements that will block your progress? Now let us see how to utilize SWOT analysis results. Once you have filled out the columns or matrix, there are two ways to analyze information and build an action strategy, that is matching or converting. Matching means connecting two of the categories to determine the course of action. For example, matching strength to opportunities shows you where to be aggressive and take action. On the other hand, matching with weaknesses to threats exposes the areas you should work on or situations to avoid and lets you know where to be defensive in your position. To convert is to turn negatives into positives. In other words, converting your weaknesses into strengths or threats into opportunities. This can mean growing a skill set through education, or maybe finding a creative way to feature weakness as strength. Finally, to conclude, once the personal SWOT analysis is complete, it is crucial to follow through on the insights you uncovered. SWOT analysis can fail to be effective if it is simply treated as a grocery list without any trying how the elements identified in the analysis can be put into play. For example, how can the identified strengths move the needle in the endeavor to achieve key goals? Or how can one navigate potential threat once it is identified so as to ensure no ground is lost? The best outcome is to take action and succeed in the opportunities you have identified that can benefit you on a personal as well as professional level and set you apart from your peers and colleagues.